Dave from the Redneck Garage. Well, you can see that I've got a naked tailgate. Today I'm going to be working on looking at and trying to figure out the best way to install the Or Fab rear tire carrier. Now I think my buddy Jerry from BS Corner put one on and he wasn't that impressed with it, but I'd already ordered it. The thing's super heavy and it looks super cool, so we're going to see if I have the same experience as he did putting the thing on and the quality of it, which I don't know of many Jeep stuff that's any quality anyway. But that's beside the point. It's kind of rainy and overcast, but I'm going to go pick it up from my storage building and bring it back here. It weighs like 2 billion pounds, and we're going to open up the box and see what's in it and how it mounts up. So the back of the Jeep looks a little bit naked, and I got a carrier that goes on the rear, a swing-away carrier. I bought it back in December, and I just haven't gotten around to put it on yet because we had to finish the Jeep. So let's take a look at that. Looks like some kind of... I got the hiccups. Looks like some kind of thing, like moss got in there and spun webs and stuff around on it. I don't know, but see if I can get it out of all this garbage. Definitely a weird way to package it for sure. It's maybe they got a side business building hot tubs, because that's what it looks like, is the insulation that goes in a hot tub. Crazy. But I got everything out and we'll open up the box and see if we can look at the destructions. Alright, after I got it all demummified from that plastic and foam, this is what all the components look like. And I love the look of that. Now, whether it works well or fits okay, you know, that's a whole different matter, but we're going to find out. Alright, first thing I'm doing is removing the tailgate and the hinges. Alright, so far so good. I got all this plate off. I got my new striker installed on the metal plate. Got the bolts back into the roll bar. Still have to do this side over here, but I need to read up a little bit. See what I do about the bolts for the hinges. That'd be good to know. And I just got a couple bolts just holding this up, but looking good, let me tell you. We'll cut this armor off with the Dremel because it gets kind of in the way. Throws it off about 1/4 of an inch. Got a piece of cardboard in behind it so I don't cut the paint. I'm going to trim out this piece behind the latch. I really just kind of want to see what it looks like on there now. Alright, so far that's what it looks like. I like it. Looks pretty sturdy. Holy crap. Now I got to mount the rest of the plates on, get all the bolts mounted in those, and we should be able to start putting the tailgate back on. That's going to look nice, I can tell you. Alright, so far so good. This is the next day. I've got my tailgate on. You've got these spacers that take up for the same distance as this. Most of the time I spent was basically drilling holes and installing. Everything looks pretty substantial. I got the tailgate hinges on. You got these spacer plates that go behind that make it the same distance out on the hinge, and I've got the tailgate working well. I did have to put a couple washers on the striker plate, but not that many. I think 3, 4, 3. Okay. Got bolts here on the side that went in. This is the piece of armor I had to cut off for that plate to fit, and I took my Milwaukee jigsaw. Awesome tool. Milwaukee tools are the best in the world. And I cut out a piece of the plastic, and we'll see what that looks like. So awesome. I'll silicone this piece in. There's not much weight to this stuff, so it'll stick on there with a little silicone, be done. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't have my bolts all the way in. I've just got them set in there, so there's some bushings. We'll take a look at that. One thing my buddy Jerry from BS Corner was correct about, the threads on this bumper stop are completely janked up. That is some crappy quality there on that piece. The bolt didn't even straight in there, but I'm chasing the threads, and then this bumper stop should fit in there. I tried to do it, and you can see where the threads were kind of getting janky. So let me thread that out. So I've got the wheel set up here, and it looks good on there. The handle looks cool. This piece here is crap. It looks like crap. I don't know why they didn't powder coat it or something. However, I've got a powder coating kit coming in from Eastwood, and we're going to be powder coating this piece right there, so that's a good test for that. Super cool. I bought a third brake light from Rampage, and it's kind of a universal, and from the looks of it, really what I'm going to do is probably cut this bracket off the bottom here, and then just mount this to the bar going up to the center, and it should look something, you know, somewhere along here where you can see it, and wire that in. But this bracket's really kind of in the way, so I'm going to cut that off, and then we can mount this, just the straight bar, up to the horizontal post, and that should work well. The bottom bracket and everything I'm not even going to use on it. And then we're going to have to figure out the wiring. The factory stock wiring I don't think is going to, with the way that the tailgate opens and shuts, and this is independent of it, I'm probably just going to wire it in straight through the corner here rather than going through the center of the tailgate. Just eliminate running the wiring through the tailgate at all, because I really don't need it at this point. This is really the part that I have to worry about flexing, not the tailgate itself. So awesome. Alright, you can see I cut the bottom end of it off. Don't need that part. And basically what I'm going to do is mount it to the back of this, and I'll make some indentations on the sides here where it kind of goes around that bar on the top a little bit, and it should be fairly snug. Alright, you can see I cut a notch here, and I got to clean it off and spray a little paint on it, but that's where the notch is for it to go on the bar here, and it should. Yeah, looks good. Now I'm going to take these off so it can sit flat against it, these bottom ones. Alright, and that's really what I'm looking for. You can kind of see the notch there. I don't know if I'm going to use screws on the back or if I'm just going to zip tie it. I may zip tie it with some of those big old zip ties I have through here and here, and that really would hold it no problem. There's almost no weight to it. I'm going to put the tire back on and see what it looks like after I put just like one zip tie on. Alright, that looks freaking awesome! And that's about where I want it. If in the future I get bigger tires or put a bigger spare tire on, I can always notch that out just a little bit more. I think I'm going to just zip tie it on so I can move it in the future without drilling more holes or making it where something might rust. But it's pretty flush design the way that bracket is, and it shouldn't get in the way of my jerry cans that I'm going to put back here. all I need to do is to shoot a little paint on there so it doesn't rust up, put a couple zip ties on there, should be ready to rock and roll. I have my brake assistant out here, E. He's gonna press the brakes and I'm gonna show you what that third brake light looks like. Of course, those tail lights are going away as soon as I get my LED ones, but go ahead, E. Yeah, how cool is that? That third brake light looks awesome, and I won't get rear-ended because I think it'd do more damage to somebody hitting me than me getting hit. I don't know, that bumper's not much. But anyway, that looks great. All right, so I got everything mounted. I'm still waiting on my tail lights to come in. Got my bushings in there, the brass washers. I've got jerry cans coming in. One is a special jerry can you're really gonna love. Got that third brake light put in. You can see that I didn't use the factory wiring connector on the door, which comes out through here. I routed it through the, I'm gonna put a little silicone here. I routed it straight through here because I don't really need a wire coming up to here. It worked out much better just to run the wire straight down through here, put a couple zip ties on, never notice them. And it looks really good. Works, and the function of it is real smooth. You don't have to worry about your door being dragged down by a bunch of weight, and basically you just put it up here, clip it in, tighten it down, probably put like a little padlock or something here just so it doesn't come open while you're driving. But overall I like it. I still have to put some rubber stops here on the back, but it looks really, really good. I will say this, it doesn't sag at all. You can see where I put these industrial zip ties on here and where I ran the wire going down, across, and then in. And I think that works the best. As far as the inside, these supports are not going anywhere. They are some rock solid brackets that go on this side and over here. I didn't have that much issue with trying to get this adjusted. Just add a couple washers and it was in the right spot. This I had to move up and down just a little bit to get it to line up, but it works great. It's tightened down. On the armor, I think for the most part it looks good. I've got to glue on my other piece here, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. All right, so overall the Or Fab tire carrier jerry can holder swing away mount is really, it's pretty cool. I tend to agree with my friend Jerry from BS Corner that it's not all that great. It did go on pretty well. The brackets fit nicely. It's sturdy as all get out. However, for the price, the fit and finish is kind of crappy. I had to tap out one of the bolts, and the bolts themselves, that looks like crap. You know, for something that you're paying 600 bucks for, that looks like garbage. So I'm not happy about that. I'm probably going to powder coat these. The fasteners themselves look like crap. So they could have spent a little bit more money on the fasteners, maybe get them anodized or something like that so they look like something. But I mean, this thing's on there. It's not going anywhere. The third brake light from Rampage products worked out great. The way it's installed here with the zip ties and just tightened down. This thing's not going anywhere either. I can shake the truck with it. So overall, I'm really happy with it. It's going to look really cool with the jerry cans and the special jerry can that I've ordered. You know, there's some people on the internet that I listen to and I take their advice very seriously. Like Jerry, my buddy, when he said he wouldn't buy it again, I probably wouldn't have bought it after I heard his review on it. Would I buy it again? I don't know. If the price was less, yeah, for sure. Because I think this is one of the best looking rear tire carriers out there. It looks really super cool. As far as like the quality for the price, nah, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that. But it's on there and it's finished and I've got everything mounted. Next thing that's coming up, I'm going to be trying to get the wiring done for the front fog lights. KC sends a nice harness that has a relay in it, but I want to integrate that into the factory front fog light switch. So that's going to take a little finagling, and we got a new circuit tester we're going to use for that. I'm going to go take it into the house, get me a beer, and relax a little bit. I'm Dave from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.